Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. It's Untethered Live on a Friday night. 'Twas the Friday before Christmas, and all through the house, every creature was rocking, especially this louse. How's everybody doing? Good to see you. Welcome to the show. I'm Jake Johnson. This is Untethered Live, and tonight, I'm going to debut my brand new guitar build that I just finished yesterday and tweaked a little last night, and probably for the next 2 or 3 weeks, tweaking a little bit here and there. But she's playable. Little intonation is a little off, but it's good enough for rock and roll. CWL, you get the gold star tonight. How are you, brother? Good to see you. Amanda says, hi, chat. Good to see you. Hi, all. Hiya, Jake. How are you doing tonight? Love. Fat and sassy. Can't complain. Can't see. That's all right. These things don't work too good anyway. Yeah, that's better. CWO, here's your star. Amanda says, I hope everyone is ready for Christmas. I hope everybody's ready for Christmas too. I'm not. Not at all. I'm going to try to skip it if at all possible. Tonight's episode is brought to you by this hot cup of coffee and the letter C and the number 1. How about that? Margie Allen, welcome back. Good to see you. Congratulations on your fantastic guitar. One night I would love to hear you discuss electromagnetic field pole reversal, logging off but listening. No need to log off. Stick around. Oops, guitar. Yes, guitar. I got it. Yeah, I just finished building that one, and the magnetic pole reversals. Hogwash. That's the best way I know to describe it. There was some studies done in the 50s where they surveyed the bottom of the ocean in a certain area near the Marianas Trench. And they happened to notice that the dirt or the rocks across the bottom of the ocean had magnetic lines in them. You can tell if you survey a rock the right way with the right kind of equipment, you can tell where the lines of magnetic field go through the rock, right? Which direction it goes, like from north to south, because everything is magnetic to some degree. And they happen to notice that this line of rocks went that way, and this line of rocks went that way, and the next line of rocks went that way, and the next line of rocks went that way, and it was a pattern all the way across the bottom of the ocean. And they surmised that countless times in the billions of years in the past, the magnetic poles would switch back and forth. Well, this is a everyday occurrence that happens in magnetics. It happens all the time. It is absolutely a normal thing that magnetism does. However, they don't have N and S stenciled at the poles. So when they switch, you don't notice, because the only thing that matters is that we have poles and the earth rotates around it, and the magnetic field stays around us, because the magnetic field that's around Earth is a shield, like a force field around Earth, and it blocks out things like cosmic rays and UV radiation and any other nasties that the sun kicks off. God did it that way for a reason, so that we could be protected and live here on Earth. Now, this magnetic field at one time was much, 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 much stronger than it is now. And that's because the second law of thermodynamics, everything tends towards chaos and everything eventually goes away. Well, likewise with a magnetic field, everything tends towards chaos, so it's getting weaker over time. Now, that's nothing that we need to be alarmed about, because it'll be there long after humans have quit living on Earth, if you go by a scientific way of looking at things. I personally don't believe that's going to happen, because the Bible says that God will restore the earth to the way he created it, which means to be inhabited. That's what he created this place for. This is not just a planet, it's a realm, and it was built for living things to live on. That's why nothing else in the solar system, nothing else in the galaxy, nothing else in the universe that I'm aware of has life on it. at all, not even microbial life. Why? Because it all exists here, and all of that out there helps life exist here. That's what it's for. Now, yes, the magnetic poles will shift, and yes, there is a weakening of the degradation of the poles, of the magnetic field as it shifts, but only momentarily. I would imagine it happens rather quickly, like it'll tip, 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 and then flap. Then it's done. So probably a couple of years of tip, 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 but then all of a sudden, boom, it switches. Now that's what it would look like if you were looking at it, but you won't feel it. You won't notice a difference. There may be an increase in cancer during that flippy year. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if it's enough of a drop that it would, weaken its protection against the sun. I doubt that very seriously. I tend to think God knows what he's doing. That's my belief. And I believe that if he built it to work, it works. And it just works. And there's nothing you have to worry about ever. It works. It'll always work. That's my belief. Color me embarrassed if I'm wrong. However, it's been working for a long time and nobody's dead yet because of it that I'm aware of. That being said, I do believe that sometimes solar flares can cause cancerous tumors because my mother died of one. And when I saw the x-rays, I looked at it and it looked like she was shot with a bullet. There was a straight line all the way through her body, and then the growth was under her ribs and on her back. Now, the reason I noticed that was because that week that she had an issue, she actually had a mini stroke, and that's what sent her to go to the hospital. And that's when they found the cancer. That week was the solar maximus. That's the 11-year period of the sun being at its most active. And it was that week. And I really believe that an atom, a stray atom from the sun, hit her, causing her cancer, because she did not have cancer before that. And then she did that quick. And it was just one place, and you could see it looked like it traveled all the way through her body. It was a straight line from the top to the bottom. It could be that the cancer grew that way, but it looked like it entered her body and exited. Where it exited, it damaged the DNA and caused a tumor. That was how I perceived it. I'm not a medical doctor. I've had videos removed because of medical misinformation, because I tend to say things that I believe. Don't know why that's a problem all of a sudden in America, but apparently it is. So I have to be very careful when I tell you I'm not a doctor. Consult a doctor, ask people that know what they're talking about. But this is what I believe, my personal beliefs. I am not requiring or even asking any of you to believe anything that I believe, but that's the way I see it. That being said, I don't think that this happens all the time. I don't think that it's responsible for massive amounts of death, but it probably occurs because, after all, cancer is corruption of DNA. That's what cancer is. It's a living DNA cell that your body recognizes, which is why it doesn't fight it off. If it didn't recognize it, if it was foreign to the body, immediately your white blood cells would kill it. But it don't, because it's supposed to be there. That's why it's allowed to spread and mutate until all the cells around it are mutated, thus killing the person that has it. That's why I don't believe cancer is a thing that you catch. I don't think you can do things that cause cancer. I think you're either born with it or something happens to you that makes cancer occur. But I don't think you can just get cancer. I think it has a purpose. There's a reason for it. That's my belief. Anyway, back to positive stuff. What did I miss? A lot of people talking tonight. Excellent. I love it. Amanda says, hi, Margie. Lisa Reen, how are you, sweetheart? Welcome to the show. Fancy meeting a gal like you in a computer-generated joint like this. I skip it, Christmas. Every chance I get. No more trying to please a bunch of kids struggling for money. It's not your birthday, nor the right date for the Savior either, as far as I know. Well, the Savior was most likely born in September or somewhere near that. He was not born in December because, as you know, they put animals away in the wintertime because they freeze to death. So if he was sleeping in a manger, chances are it's because they were grazing, which would be spring or fall. Spring, most likely, somewhere in that area. Summer, who knows? That's one thing. Number two, December 25th is the week of the summer solstice, which is a pagan holiday from as far back as people have been observing the stars. And when Constantine made Christianity the state religion, he conscripted a bunch of other religions in with it and kind of balled them all together, which is why you see paintings of Jesus with the big sun halo behind his head. That's not a Christian thing. That's sun worship, like Ra, or some such. And they just kind of put it all together into one thing. And that way, a lot of these people can go to church together because it's all kind of a conglomeration of everybody's religions into one. That's modern Christianity. That's not in the Bible. So you be careful of those things. Be careful of traditions of men because they will trip you up. Nowhere in the Bible does it say you should celebrate Christmas, including putting a tree in your house and decorating it with silver and gold. The Bible explicitly says don't do that because that's grove worship, another pagan thing that they did for Baal and those guys in those days. Balaam worship. Anyway, don't do that. So, is Christmas a sin? No. Nobody cares. Jesus ain't looking. Nobody cares. If you want to put up a tree, put up a tree. Don't worship it, though. If you do that, that's when Jesus cares. Don't worship the tree. Don't venerate the tree. It's a tree. Put presents under it. Make your kids smile. Throw it away. Simple as that. Panda says, hi, Serene. Fab Daddy, what's up, brother? What did you mean I'm hard-headed, but you'll talk to me later? You've had me thinking about that for a while now, so spill it, buddy. Do you know how they discovered pole reversals? Yes, I do. I just explained that earlier. Margie says, thank you, Jake. Kevin Cox, what's up, brother? Good to see you, my friend. Hey, Jake. Hey, Kevin, how are you? Amanda says, you're correct, Serene. I believe his birthday is in July, from what I've gathered. There's several different dates, but I think September is probably most likely because, and I'll tell you why I think that, and this is a guess. I'm not 100% on any of this information, but when Mary conceived, the week she conceived, she was going to visit her cousin Elizabeth, which lives in the same town she lives in, so she didn't have very far to travel. So that day she was at Elizabeth's house. Elizabeth was pregnant with John the Baptist, and she was 6 months pregnant. Well, there's a date. That's 6 months, all right? So you know that from conception to 6 months is 6 months. But while she was visiting Elizabeth, her husband Zachariah was serving his course in the temple, which is the course of Abaya. And if you'll look that up, you'll find out what date that is. That's a date. That's a stamp. This is when Jesus was conceived during that month. And then all you got to do is count 9 months. Bob's your uncle. You get somewhere around September and you have a baby. Or April. Could be April. Could be premature. You never know. Could be anything. But it ain't December 25th. I promise you that. That's closer to my birthday. Amanda says, hi, Kevin. Fab Daddy says, hi, everyone. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, buddy. Good to see you. Merry Christmas, everyone. Amanda says, hi, Fab. Lisa Reen says, I heard a figure in September. Our September. It's nuts trying to figure it out. But I love math. And I love math. Yeah. Well, our September is their September. It's just in a different place. Because the Jewish calendar, the Hebrew way of doing things, April is the first month, not January. So start from April, and that's where the year begins back to April. So figure that out. Amanda says, I don't think anyone really knows or can pinpoint it. Well, somebody knows. If anybody, Jesus probably knows, or his mom does, but I can guess. It's a good guess. It's as good as anybody else's. How about Tuesday in November? Why not? Lisa Reen says, like almost everything. I don't know, LOL. right? Margie says, oh my gosh, a real possibility. Very real. Amanda says, right, me too, Lisa Reen. Fab Daddy says, pole reversals were discovered from pottery. Wrong. When baked in a kiln, the clay locks together the magnetic code. Well, I'm sure that it does, but they actually discovered it while surveying the ocean floor near the Marianas Trench, not from pottery. But I'm sure that it does, because clay is dirt and it is magnetic to some degree. You can also read the halos in granite. There's a great book on that. I wish I remember the name of it. But you can look up halos in granite, and you'll find the book with the author and all that. But that's a great book, and it'll give you a lot of information about magnetic fields and reversals and how they affect rocks and why rocks can be dated certain ways because of certain things in the rocks. Check it out. It's a very good book. Margie says, hi, you guys. Isn't that weird, Fab Daddy? Is how you guys weird, or is what weird? What's weird? What are we talking about? Lisa Reen says, I keep telling people I don't celebrate pagan holidays anymore. Right. Especially Easter. No Ishtar for Jake. I don't do it. Never really liked it to start with because of the bunnies and the eggs, because I know where that came from. You know, quick like a bunny and eggs of fertility, the egg goddess. Think about those things. Don't do Easter. It's bad. It has nothing to do with Jesus. Good Friday, however, does. Alpine Gulch. Hello, darling. Nice to see you. It's been a long time. I can't sing anymore. Alpine says, hi, Jake, Amanda, Fab, CWL, Margie, Lisa Reen, Kevin, and everyone. Hi. Merry Christmas. Amanda says, hi, Alpine. And Fab Daddy says, the hard-headed remark comes from listening to your indifference to science. I'm not indifferent to science. I'm not indifferent to science at all. I think it's utter hogwash. How about that? I love science, by the way. I've been studying science since I was a little boy. I am very learned in the subject. I have bukus of college credits under my name and under my belt. The problem is science has become a religion, and it's a capital S science. That is not science. Science is to observe, to study, to test, to repeat, to falsify, to get peer-reviewed so that other people can try to find out you're wrong. Science is about being wrong, not about being right. You don't have a theory and then go in search of evidence to back it up. You have evidence, and then you base a theory on the evidence you're presented with. Simple as that. And it's all theoretical. There are no facts in science. Let me repeat that so that you hear me. There are no, zero, zilch, nada, not one fact in science. Science is about theorizing to understand the world that you're presented with. You don't know beyond a shadow of a doubt with utter fact that yesterday occurred. You might be a brain floating in a soup somewhere, and all of this might be your imagination. Every second that passes is but a memory to the next second that comes, and all you can do is remember it. You have no proof unless you write it on your skin, and even then you could have made that up. So all science, all of it, every field, every area of study and expertise is theoretical. And when people start bragging about how right they are and how they've got facts on their side and facts don't care about your feelings and all of that, sorry, that's bad. That's bad science. And we have been impregnated with bad science to the point that it is a detriment to society. It's not good for you. If you think I'm wrong, go listen to Bill Nye the Science Guy for a little while, the guy who has a degree in engineering but not in science, the guy who is an actor and has an IMDb page. Go listen to him for a little while and see if you don't come away with the idea that he thinks he knows what he's talking about, and a lot of people believe that guy, and that guy is a moron. So is Neil deGrasse Tyson, who is the spokesman for the astrological department of such and such. I can't remember now. But go check those people out. Please, if you're going to be interested in science, get off of your high horse, step down to reality, and understand that everyone is learning where we are. No one has a handle on it. No one. But thank you for pointing out my indifference to science, Fab Daddy. I appreciate that. Maybe one day you'll learn to trust me and listen a little. And instead of thinking you know everything, maybe you might figure out there's a reason I teach things. Wild and weird are different words. Yes, correct. Did I say weird or wild? I don't remember. Science, the study of, correct. The study of, not the knowing of. That's not science. That's information. And if you know it, if it's a fact, it's no longer scientific. As a fact, I believe in facts. Well, get some and we'll talk. Tell me where I'm wrong in anything that I've said. If you can point it out, we'll talk about it. Immediately, I know what you're going to say already, so go ahead and say it. But I will tell you that it's not a fact, and you have been misled into thinking it is. I am interested in hearing that guitar you made. Lisa Reen, I'm getting to it, baby. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of the chat, and I'm going to play it through that beautiful piece of machinery behind me there that I set up just for you guys. Y equals mx plus b. Find the slope. It's on the b. How about that? Fat Daddy says the slope is holding my glasses on my face. It's my nose. Yeah, there's a slope there too, for sure. Mine's flat, but most people have a slope. And I made it to the bottom. You guys want to hear my new guitar? You want to see my new guitar that I built? Let me explain. My boss at work told me that he had a pair of EMG, or a set of EMG pickups. EMG is a company that makes like rock and roll type pickups. They're really high dollar, really good quality pickups. He said he had a set just laying around. He wasn't even sure if they worked anymore. He said, "Do you want them?" I said, "Sure, I'll take them. I think I got an old guitar I can slap them in." Well, he brought them to me in the body of a Stratocaster. No neck, just a body, and a jacked up pick guard, and it was all spider webbed and had mold on it, and I mean, it was just really crusty. It's been out in the barn for like 20 years. He said, "I don't even know if it works, but here it is. This is complete with all of the electronics inside and all that." No, they weren't just pickups. Strat body, made by Robin Guitar Manufacturer, which is an American. It was made in Texas, and they were prominent in the 80s, and they built some high-end bespoke guitars, and then they went out of business, probably because they had to charge like $4,000 for a guitar, the equivalent of $4,000 for a guitar, which is what they're doing today. They did not do that in the 80s. It's probably about $1,200 in the 80s, but that's about $4,000 worth of today's money. Anyway, so he gave me the whole body, and I was like, hell yeah, I could use, and I saw the potential in it immediately. I could use a new guitar. So I brought it home, and I fumbled through all of my junk, and I found a neck that was suitable for this guitar. Took it off the guitar it was on. I polished and cleaned up that guitar. I took the guts out of it, resoldered all the joints and cleaned it, and used some of this, which is $30 a can, by the way. Used some of that to clean out the potentiometers and all of the electrical stuff, and I put it back together with a new pick guard, and I did some adjusting and working and tweaking, and then I did a fret job on the old piece of junk neck that I had, and I made it a good neck. I made it right, and I put it together, and there it is, hanging on my wall, and I'm about to show it to you. Can I drive that pickup? LOL. Yes, you can, honey. Yes, you can. Alpine says, LOL. Lisa Reen says, what is it? It's a Stratocaster parts caster. I call it a parts caster. It is a wild, weird parts caster. that I made. Fab Daddy says, Listerine, the pickup he is referring to is the magnets that are under the strings. Yes, EMGs. And you know what those are, Fab Daddy. So these are active pickups, has a battery in it. I had to replace the battery thingy, you know, the little clippy deal. I had to put a new one on there, which I ganked from another one of my guitars. And had to fix the tuners, and they're all working. So everything's great now. April, what's up, sweetheart? Welcome to the show. You're just about to see the fun, and here it is. Are you ready? Da 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 da. Look at that. Those are the pickups. And these are active electronics, and that's a presence knob, not a tone knob. Anyway, I just finished building this yesterday and did a fret job and all that, and it's doing quite nicely. And so let me turn on my amp. It'll take a minute to heat up. There. So what do you think? It's pretty, says Alpine. Cool. It gathers the vibrations and amplifies it with help, says Fab Daddy. We're talking about the pickups. Amanda says, hi, April, hon. Good to see ya. And April says, hello, Jake, Amanda, CWL, Aunt Deb, Fab Daddy, Lisa Reen, Alpine. Good to see you all. Much love, everyone. Sorry I'm late. And you forgot Kevin. He's in here, too. By the way, please hit the like button. There's 9 people in chat. There's only 4 likes, and that math don't add up. So please, if you would, it's free. Alpine says, hi, April, dear. April says, Kevin, hello, my love. Wowee, that's beautiful. Woo. Fab Daddy says, did you get the string buzz fixed? I did, sir, but it took me 2 fret leveling times. I had to do it twice because it wasn't enough the first time. So first time I just leveled the frets. The second time I leveled, recrowned, and redressed the frets and polished them. And then I put some bacon grease on the rosewood fretboard that's on here, which is very nice. This is Brazilian rosewood, by the way. And this is alder, which is a type of blonde wood. It's very, very heavy. Okay, done. My bad, says Fab Daddy. Well, I'm done-ish. I still got to set the intonation, which you might hear. It gets a little out of tune when I hit certain places up the neck. So I got to go through and re-intonate it. And I might lower the action a little bit more because it's a little bit spongy. But other than that, she's in playable condition. And I hope you like it. Amanda says, it's beautiful, Jake. And thank you. I didn't know you were here when I was talking about it the first time. But yes, I did get the string buzz fixed. Lisa Reen says, pretty little lady. Looks like my brother's old one when it was new back in the 60s. What did he have? What was his kind? This is a copy of a Stratocaster. It's not a Stratocaster, by the way. This body was made by Robin, and this neck is Chinese. But they both have had my hands on them, and they both are different things now than they were when they were original. April says, I just smashed my like button. Ring-a-ding-ding-ding-a-ding. Thank you, dear. Thumbs up. Hit. Smacked it like a newborn baby. Thank you, Fab Daddy. I appreciate it. All right. The old amplifier should be warmed up by now. That is a Marshall DSL, by the way. 412 cabinet. Powerful, powerful beast. And we're going to start off with some clean tones. And I will get progressively louder. So tell me when it's good. I think I'll start with some clean. Pardon me. I got to stand up for this. See what I mean? There you go. All right. That's what she sounds like. What do you think? Oh, House of the Rising Sun. I hear you. What did I miss? Gotta leave chat to punch the thumbs up. So bye. Dang. Amanda says, get it, Jake. Bab Daddy says, why do we smack babies? I know it's to clear the fluids, but geez. Actually, they suction the babies to clear the fluids. They smack the baby to cause them to take a breath because they don't always start breathing immediately. That's why. It startles them. Sounds great, says April. Thank you, dear. They smack them hard too, Fab Daddy, says Amanda. April says, I don't know, Fab Daddy. But that's why. That's a lot of frets. There's a lot of frets. 22 of them. Lisa Reen says, House of the Rising Sun by the Animals. By the Animals. I was listening to it and made me late to this live. Here you go. There you go. Little House of the Rising Sun for you. Awesome, says CWL. Thank you. It sounds awesome, says Amanda. I hear Simple Man in there, says Alpine. Well, you have a very astute ear. Thank you. April says, sounds awesome. Bravo. 3 steps to the door. Woohoo. You catching them all, ain't you there, Alpine? Jake's jamming, says Amanda. Jammin' Jake. Woohoo, says April. Alpine says, I wasn't requesting, I was guessing. Sounds great, jamming. Well, you were right. Those were the songs I was playing and then some. I can't play too much of anything, because I'll get copyright striked, but I can do, you know. Shit, how do you play that? I forgot. I read that one. I'll faint if I hear In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida mixed in. I don't know In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida. Sorry. In a Garden of Eden. In the Garden of Eden. Just too drunk to say it. In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida. In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida, baby. I did play that, but it's been like 20 years ago, so I can't really remember how it goes. There's something like, In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida, baby. Something like that. I can't remember. But I can play, Get your motor that would ever come my way. Yeah, baby, gonna make it happen. Get your love and running space. All the girls want to explode in space. In the middle of thunder, and it's spilling them under. There you go. How about that? Soft pink underbellies, born to be wild. Yes. Blue oyster cult. Wow. 26-4. I don't know that one. Don't you know I need you? Yes, I do, baby, and I need you too. Roll off that presence a little bit. That joker is bright. Bright, 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 bright. Me, you, and a dog? Well, I mean, if you want to get freaky, go get freaky. Play some Britney Spears. I don't know any Britney Spears. Traveling and living off the land. My nose is itching. Sorry. I ain't trying to pick my nose. My nose is itching. Somebody must be doing a line in my honor. Yeah, toxic. I think we're talking about things I don't know anything about. So what do you guys think of the build? You think I did a good job? This is probably going to end up being my main guitar for a little while because I got to break it in. I do have others, you know, but hit me, baby, one more time. Pink Floyd, huh? You can tell the world you never was my girl. You can burn my clothes up when I'm gone. You can tell your friends just what a fool I've been. Let's joke about me when I'm gone. Girl and Louise, tell anything you please. Separated nose is not okay. You can tell my eyes to watch and move my mind. It might be more than I don't need today. Don't tell my heart, it can take it hard. Just don't think it understand. If you tell my heart, I think you break it hard. You might know what to kill this man. That'll be $20, please. Ha! If I leave it tomorrow, would you still remember me? 'Cause I must be traveling on now. So many places I've got to see. If I stayed here longer, would things still remain the same? 'Cause I'm as free as a bird now. How about you guys? And this bird can never change. Oh, and this bird will never change. And this bird can never change. Oh, I can't change. That's it. That's all I can do. All right. Kiss. If I wouldn't sing it all, you would get a copyright strike. I know. I'm trying not to sing any song. They removed one of my videos today because I said something about, and how it really is. And they didn't like that. So I lost a video, but I didn't get a copyright strike because they know I didn't really mean to. I meant to, but I am trying to follow the rules as authoritarianism as they may be. Yep, something like that. Beautiful, says April. I'll always love you. Well, I'll always love you too. Or I'll forever love you. I think it's forever, my darling. Love only true, always forever. Love you. Whatever, I don't know. I know the music. I don't know the words. Because, you know. Don't bogart, April. Ha ha. Well done on the bill, Jake. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. All right. Huh. Oh well, my light went out. You're just gonna have to deal with it. I'm one-sided. Let me fix that. Ah, that's better. A little smoother. Okay. Later, Jake. Later, Fab Daddy. Merry Christmas, and may all your days be bright. Fab Daddy, Merry Christmas. Have a good time with your family, and come back and see us Sunday. I will be here Sunday, not Monday. I will be here Sunday, though, if you guys want me to be. If you guys have other plans, let me know, and I just won't come. But if you're going to be sitting around, I'll do a read on Sunday. That's Christmas Eve, I think. Isn't that right? Smoking. Yes, I am. Amanda says, see you, Fab. Merry Christmas to you, and have a good one. CFM is on and being careful. He has a strike. I've been flipping back and forth. Well, tell him we said hello, and tell him I got a strike also. I didn't get a strike, but I got a video taken down. So I'm being careful too. Amanda says, I will be here for Sunday night. Sunday dinner with family. Probably won't make it. I understand, Fab Daddy. It is Christmas Eve, so I'm doubtful I'm even going to come. But, you know, if everybody's got nothing to do, if some people have nothing to do, I'll be glad to spend it with you. I will be alone on Christmas Eve. So if you want to spend Christmas Eve with me, let me know. If you are going to be on Sunday, I will make it. Thank you, Lisa Reen. I appreciate that. I will do a read Sunday. It may be slow, but I'll be there. Who is CFM? That's Ceiling Fan Man, Alpine. He's a friend of the channel who stopped coming for some reason, but every now and then I see him. Ceiling Fan Man. Go check him out. Pardon me, I must blow my nose. Don't do that on camera, Jake. It's bad for business. April says, Merry Christmas, everyone. Much love. God bless all. Sweet dreams. I'll check in, love. You ain't leaving me, are you? Oh, you're check-in Sunday. Gotcha. Okay. His wife turned me on to Jake, says Lisa Reen. That's awesome. Well, tell them we said hello. Amanda says, Merry Christmas, April. Have a good one, hon. All right. It is 9:33, so if you would please, if you like the build, if you like the rock and roll on the Marshall amplifier, that's a good amp, by the way. Won't you please hit that subscribe button and press the bell icon so you get notifications of when I'm going to be online and when my new videos drop. Smash that like button. It's right in front of you. It's free. It's effortless, and it really does help the channel with the algorithms. Helps us get recommended to other people. Won't you do that, please? Share this video with somebody you love. Better yet, share it with somebody you don't love. Bring them into the family. Make them part of the fold. Be part of their solutions, not part of their problems. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you're thinking about. Question me, curse me, bless me, challenge me, confront me, conform with me, rock out with me, drink my Kool-Aid, make your own Kool-Aid. As long as you're thinking critical, that's what I want. Critical thought coming for that brain of yours. And hey, if you dig what you hear and you'd like to hear more of it, if you'd like to see to it, be part of the apparatus that brings good programming to you on a regular basis. If you'd like to help out with the channel, if you'd like to support my work, you can do that. You can go to my PayPal by going to paypal.me/Jake Johnson Band. Paypal.me/Jake Johnson Band. Or if you're a Cash App user, you can go to $ Jake Johnson Band. $ Jake Johnson Band. Every little bit helps. It's a win-win. It's a blessing to me. But we live in a reciprocal universe. That means it's a blessing to you too, because God tends to notice these things. Now, I will do everything in my power to always be worthy of that support by answering all of your questions and comments to the best of my ability, honestly as I can, with as much indignance and sarcasm as I can muster. But you like that kind of thing. That's why you're here. Anyway, I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope all of you have a very Merry Christmas. I hope the Lord blesses your families. I hope his love abounds in your life, and his blessings and his light and his grace guide your footsteps as you traverse this world day in and day out. You deserve nothing less than that. Lisa Reen says, you rocked it. Thank you, sweetheart. Hearts and roses. Walter Davis, what's up, brother? Did you catch any of that? Because I just stopped. I will start again, though, if you missed it. Amanda says, hi, Walter. You missed the jam session on the new guitar. I gave all my money to some guy 2 songs ago, Zappa. Joe's Garage. I hear you. Well, you know, can't win them all. I'd be glad to give it to you for free. Walter says, I dropped my phone in a hole full of water that I dug today, so don't get mad if anyone calls and I don't answer. I hear you, brother. Well, I hope that your phone is fixable. And if you have a change in number, make sure I get it, because I don't have a new number for you. And Amanda says, geez, Walter. Did you get to hear any of the new guitar? Because I did this just for you. Look, I even brought the Marshall in here and set it up at your request. I will watch the replay later. I got you. Okay, well, it's all there. Mostly listenable, I think. Just a bunch of noodling. I don't want to play anything full because, you know, that would be bad. I will do this for you, though. you go. All right. Walter says it's under 10 feet of water, 10 feet below the ground. Dang. Alpine says it's over. Or is it over? Is what over? The phone? Yeah, the phone's dead. Big hole beneath the ground. I got you. What are you on? Your computer? You on your laptop? Alpine says any fish in that hole, Walter? They might text you. They might. They might test you some escargot. I think I need the stink bug mad. I can smell him. He don't like Skinner, I think. There were some frogs before it got cold, says Walter. Alpine says, that Stratus Partster sounds great. Thank you, sir. That's a parts caster. Completely. It's American made by way of China. And Texas. But you know, the body's from Texas, the neck's from China, and all of it was done by me. Eventually. I worked on it. I didn't do it, but I fixed it. There. All I got left to do now is lower the action just a little bit because it's a little hard to play. It's a little spongy. I can't quite get my fingers wrapped around it. And then I got to set the intonation because it's a little out of whack. When I go up the fret, it goes out. The higher up the neck I go, the worse out of tune it gets. So I got to fix that. And then I got to put some good strings on it, which I can't afford at the moment. So I've got cheap Fender strings on it because that's all I got. But there you go. Because my strings are like $12 a set. Not very good. Anybody interested? I use Diodario NYXL coated strings. They're fantastic and they sound wonderful. Those are Fender strings, cheap Fender strings. Walter says the phone is waterproof. It's good. I just got to pump it out to retrieve it. Well, it might be waterproof, but it will probably still be full of water. Because if it stays in there long, it'll seep in somehow. But if you put it, when you get it back, put it in a bowl of rice for like 3 days, and there'll be no more water in it anywhere. It's fill up a bowl full of dry rice, like uncooked. Stick your phone inside of it and cover it up and leave it there for 3 days. It'll be fine. Don't try to turn it on because that'll be the end of it. That's old, outdated technology talk. It may be completely different now. They make coat phone circuit boards with stuff now that makes it impervious to water. I don't know. I know if my phone falls in the water, it's gone. Because my phone is this phone and it costs $60. It ain't going to survive that. All right, boys and girls. Any last thoughts, requests, ideas, statements, criticisms, carols? Want to do some caroling? Dreaming of a white Christmas. The cat's in on it. Just like the ones I used to know. It won't be till Tuesday when I'm back there. I guess it's done. It might be. Fingers crossed. Pump it out and retrieve it. Why don't you just, stick a shovel down there or a hoe down there and try to fish it out? Carefully, so you don't break it. Yes, says Alpine. Yes. Maple, your turn. What are we talking about? I've had a good time tonight. I hope you guys have too. I hope you enjoyed the playing. I hope it wasn't too loud. I tried to set the volume at a extemporaneous level for the sake of recording, but I don't know. I don't know what you heard. Maybe it was all static to you, but it sounded good to me. That's a ballsy guitar. It's got a lot of punch. It's very bright, a lot of spankiness. I love it. It reminds me of an old Telecaster as far as the way it sounds. Them pickups really are awesome pickups. Those are EMG active pickups that were the gift. The body just came with the pickups and the electronics with it. It's about I'd say that whole setup's probably about $1,000 worth of electronics in today's money. I don't know what it cost when it was bought. It's from the 80s, early 80s. Amanda said it sounded just fine. Thank you. Walter says, couldn't reach the bottom. I tried. Let's carol. Okay. Let's see. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletides gay. From now on, our troubles will be far away. There we are, back in olden days. Like an olden craze of yore. No. Home. Inner jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey! Oh, what do you want to sing? Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. Everybody! Yes, folks, in the sake of good Christmas cheer, I have no problem making a jackass of myself for your entertainment. That's what I'm here for. You guys having fun yet? I'm having a blast. Home inner. What does that mean? I think you left out some letters. Always, says Amanda. Excellent. So anyway, I will come by Sunday and do a little bit of a read. I may not stay the whole hour. I may. If everybody shows up, I'll do the whole thing. If nobody shows up, I will understand that everybody's with their families, and I will cut it short. But I'll show up, show face anyway. So if you guys want to join me, please do. And then we'll have a Merry Christmas together separately. And then we will reconvene on probably Wednesday. Maybe Friday. I don't know. On a positive note, I'm almost all the way there, having the funds to do everything I need to do my traveling. So that's only going to put me back about 2 weeks from what I wanted to be, where I wanted to be. I will be in Florida in January, the 1st of January, first week of January. And I will be in New Jersey in about a week. So, or wherever it is I'm going up there. Homeowners Association Christmas Carol, gotcha. We wish you could paint your house brown. We wish you could paint your house brown. We wish you could paint your house brown and it would match the neighbors. That's hilarious. I wish you would mind your business. I wish you would mind your business. I wish you would mind your business. Then I wouldn't have to shoot you. That would be my response to the Homeowners Association if they come around here. Because I own this home and I ain't associated. A good neighbor is one you don't recognize. That's my point. You hear that, neighbor? I don't want to know you. I don't want you to know me. I don't want you to call the law on me. I won't call the law on you. If you need a cup of sugar, that's as far as we're going. How about that? Ain't I sweet? I had a cat die this week. 2, actually. Only I don't know if the other one's dead because he disappeared. But I saw the other one. He's dead. That puts me down to 2 cats from 12. They've all disappeared. 2 of them have been killed. So, way to bring on the crowd, Jake. That's what's happening in my life. I got a new guitar, though. How about that? I'm happy about that. It's very nice. I can't wait to go out and play live with it. It is too bad, Walter. It's one of my favorite cats, too. But it happened. Oh, I got a new pair of gloves. A new pair of leather gloves. I might actually be able to keep my hands warm now. I'm almost done moving. Thanks for asking. I thought you moved last week. I would have asked, but I thought you were already done. I'm sorry. How is the move? Are you happy? Are you settling in nicely? I apologize. I thought you had already moved. I didn't know you were still moving. If you weren't 4 days away, I'd be there helping you. Know that to be true, because I would. I'm one of those friends that'll help you move and give you a ride to the airport the same day. 2 months of moving. It ends the 1st. Wow. Do you not have any help at all? Walter says, I lost a horse a couple of weeks ago. It sucks not seeing her when I pull into the farm, I bet. I'm sorry. Sorry you lost your horse. That's a lot different than a cat. My cats, might make good sandwiches. Can't say that about a horse. That's a buddy. So I apologize for your loss. From where to where? No help. I'm sorry, Alpine. I wish I could be there to help you. I tried to help with your car situation. I don't know how that worked out, but I tried. I did what I could do. Cheyenne to Pine Bluff, says Alpine. Cats are good friends too, says Walter. Yeah, they're good friends, but they don't need you. They tolerate you. So, trying to keep one in the yard is like trying to pull teeth with a feather. It isn't going to work out very well. Anyway, that one learned not to cross the road. Learned the hard way, unfortunately. I've had some good cats, says Walter. Yeah, I've got a couple good ones. I got one now that's a pretty sweet cat, but he's a little skittish. I call him 10-foot Tom because he wants to be 10 feet away from me. Now, if I move, he'll move and come with me, but he'll stay 10 feet from me. Now, just recently, after having him for 2 years, just recently got to where I can touch him while he's eating. He will not let me pet him if he's not eating. These are feral cats, by the way. They're not domestic kitties. They're wild cats. They live in the wild. They do their own thing. I don't bother them. I just feed them. And then they just started showing up, so I started feeding them. You got to be able to show love somewhere. And that was a way I could. So, when you live by yourself, You got to give love wherever you can give it. And those cats needed it, so I gave it. I'm a dog guy. I don't even like cats. So I had cats as trained as good as dogs. Really. I would love to see that because I can't train these cats. I can train them to come eat. That's about it. If there's food involved, they'll do it. Other than that, they're not listening. They'll look at you like, who are you to tell me what to do? What's up with MVTV? Haven't heard from him. I don't know. I haven't heard from him either since that night. I apologize. I tried. I tried to hook you up. I tried to help you out. I know you were trying to help me out, but I couldn't get there, so I was trying to do the next best thing, and I apologize if he hadn't contacted you. They are long gone, the trained cats. I understand that. He hadn't been to the last 3 or 4 shows, so I hadn't heard from him at all. He might be lurking in the background, but he hadn't said anything. We tried. I know. I'm sorry. I did try. I'd like to be able to get there and take it off your hands and give it a good home, but it's just too far away for me. On a motorcycle, nonetheless. But I hope somebody will get it and treat it with some love and take care of it. Mama tried to raise me better, but her pleading I denied. That leaves only me to blame, 'cause Mama tried. I turned 21 in prison, doing life without parole. No one could ever tell me Mama tried, Mama tried. It's a good song. I love some Merle Haggard. That's one of the best singers in country music as far as I'm concerned. Him and George Jones take the cake, hands down. And John Anderson, just because it sounds like he's got a wah pedal in his vocal cords. Amen, sister. I'm the only hell my mama ever raised. That's a good one, too. She told me not to steal, but I did. Yeah, I took it anyway. I turned out to be the only hell my mama ever raised. Now, that's Johnny Paycheck, not Merle Haggard. That's a great song, though. It's got a good bass line in that song. Johnny Paycheck, little short feller, about that tall. That's coming from a short feller. I'm short, and he's shorter than me. He comes up to like my chin, or did. He's dead now. Nice, Walter, says Alpine. Another song he did, check this out if you haven't heard it, it's called Old Violin. That is a great song. Very nice. Very, very country, but very nice. It's called Old Violin by Johnny Paycheck. And if you haven't heard that song, you need to experience that song at least once. It'll make you cry, but it's a good song. I like the song Swingin', John Anderson. There's a little girl in our neighborhood. Her name's Charlotte Johnson, and she's really looking good. That's a good song there. How about a hymn? Let's see. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. I was blind, but now I see. There you go. There's a good hymn for you. Jesus, be the way maker. I said, Jesus, be the way maker. I said, Jesus, be the way maker. He done took and made a way for me. Country style, of course. Well, that's the only style I have. Sorry. I do me. I do what I do. That's all I know. Sometimes it's good and sometimes it blows. But it's always me, you know? All right. I got to go to bed. I've worked hard all day today and I'm tired. So, I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Merry Christmas. God bless you all. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. I'll see you guys Sunday night if you want to come hang out with me for a little while. And then we'll do Christmas and be with our families and love each other. And we'll see you Wednesday. Have a great night. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to me chattel on. And thank you for listening to me jam out. I hope you liked it. I hope you had fun. Amanda says, night all, have a Merry Christmas. Walter says, there was a woman and her daughters who were prostitutes. And when they were busy, their son, JL, would be in the front yard on a hammock swinging. Rain, nighttime. The song reminds me of home. I hear you. That's not at all what that song's about, but I'm glad you like it. Alpine says, thanks all, Merry Christmas. Thanks to all those who are still with us. Kevin, thank you, brother. Thank you for being here. I'll see you guys in January. Hopefully closer to the 1st than the 5th, but somewhere in that area. Have a great night. God bless you all. Thanks for watching. No, it's not, but...